You ready? You're listening to the Real Pineapple Podcast Network. You ready? You're listening to the Real Pineapple Podcast Network. Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, theys, and gays. This is the Real Pineapple. It's your boy, it's Hunter. Hi. happy holiday season to y'all. I am rocking my Spider-Man ugly Christmas sweater. One of several Christmas sweaters I have. I actually realized I had a lot more Christmas sweaters than I thought I did. But I'm joined by special guest today, friend of the show, Brandon. Brandon, how are you?
I'm doing quite well today. Cannot complain.
So I'm pulling a bit of an audible today. We were gonna probably do a longer review, but to be real, y'all, I want to get high with Brandon and play Marvel Rivals, so we're not gonna. So we're gonna do one movie.
Perfect.
We're going to do one movie, one episode, and we're getting out of here.
Okay.
So we'll probably maybe have time before the holiday to review Batman Returns, because I did want to review that before Christmas. So, but yeah, today so let me tell you what happened last night. So I sat down to rewatch Batman Returns, because so it's been like a year. I watched it last year. And actually, okay, actually that requires a little bit of backstory. So I sat down last night. I was like, all right, we're going to watch Batman Returns. And Leia's like, all right, cool. And I was like, yeah, I haven't watched this in like years, it feels like. And she like stops and looks at me. He's like, no, baby, watch this again in the last year. I was like, wait, what? She was like, no, I've literally never seen it until last year. And you watched it last year because I wouldn't watch a Batman live action film without you putting it on. And I was like, really, dude? I swear to God, I do not remember watching it last year. Now, I will be the first to admit, it's been about a year since I've been laid off, so maybe that's what. Maybe this last year has just been like, cocoon season, and I'm just trying to get through it. So it's very possible, and I trust Leia as much as I trust anyone. So I'm sure I have watched it, but I genuinely don't remember watching it. So, I got about 30 minutes into it, and then this strong-ass 60 milligram edible I took kicked in, and I passed out, woke up around 3 with all the lights on, and Hulu playing Christmas with the Cranks randomly, which I've never seen, by the way. But
Neither have I.
Yeah, so I actually I might throw that on maybe like Saturday or something and just check that out. But all that to say, people, you'll probably get a Batman Returns review before Christmas, but yeah, I need to check it out some other day. So, and like I said, I really want to play Marvel Rivals with Brandon, because that's been the shit. So that's gonna go to the soapbox corner real quick. I've got one bad Disney thing to shout out. That new movie they have coming out. I'm totally blanking on the name of it. I think it might be a show. But they removed Win
or Lose, the Pixar.
Yeah,
Pixar
thank you.
Series. Yes.
Yeah, and actually Afternoon Tune, I'm meaning Captain America right now. Thank you very much, because Cap's the homie. But yeah, Win or Lose, thank you. Disney, come on, y'all. What are we now? It's not just Disney doing this shit. It's a lot of studios are like, oh, actually, we had a trans storyline and now we don't. It's like, I know y'all are trying to get on Trump's good side or just not piss him off. But let's just be clear. Trans people just existing pisses Trump off. So you might as well just fucking do the storyline. And as someone who did find that Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur episode because it leaked to like, I think an hour after that story came out before they pulled it. That's a great fucking episode. That's an amazing fucking episode. And actually proves the fucking point why you need to put the episode out there. So I think
it won an award too. And like, that's crazy for winning an award and didn't even like technically release.
Yeah. So I think the last part of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur is supposed to come out in February, I believe.
Yeah.
Which will, God, you're gonna get a black Captain America and Moon Girl. God, I'm sure the racists won't be super annoying come February.
God.
So the one thing I'll say about before I throw it to Brandon is the reason why people continue to call shit woke is because it goes against anything that they don't believe in, which, you know, it's basic human rights, which is a whole other issue in itself, but also because you're not normalizing this shit and you're treating it like it's something that needs to be thrown in when it should just be something that's naturally put in storylines. So by pulling these storylines, you're actually proving their point. So stop being afraid and actually put these storylines in so kids can normalize their stuff to it. So it's not such a big deal when they're adults. So studios, stop doing this shit. Have a fucking backbone. Goddamn. Like,
honestly.
Yeah. But yeah, Brandon, your thoughts on that, man?
I don't know. When I saw it, I immediately, of course, I thought of like the Moon Girl stuff too, like especially since it being so recent as well. But it's just Disney again and again. Like why even like allow them to make it if you're just going to be like, no, you can't put this in, you can't do it. We're actually going to cut it. So no more of that. Like it makes no sense, like from a creative standpoint and like just from, you know, like you said, a big studio standpoint. And I don't know, it's just, it didn't surprise me when I saw it, but I just as usual, like it would have been so important to like some kid like watching right now, like if that episode existed. But
now I will say there are at least there are definitely other trans like storylines. Moon Girl Devil, thankfully at least. But I would say that this is like a very prominent one. That
she's like the main character, or the main character.
Now I will say, we would never encourage you to, you know, search this online and find it out because that would be wrong.
Very easy to find.
Yeah, it wouldn't be easy to find whatsoever. You know, because again, we here at the Real Pineapple would never encourage that. But if you happen to come across it, I would tell you it's roughly about 21 minutes or so,
and it's great.
And it's great shit. And the songs that are in there, especially the big one. Including who ends up becoming who's the main villain, speaks a lot of volumes. So if you're upset and you're like, I think I should watch this, I encourage you to do so.
I find it interesting in both the Win or Lose and the Moon Girl one. It's like both the coaches seem to be like just totally cool and like giving like, you know, basically setting the record straight, like being the positive person in that situation. And I think that's such a cool parallel.
I will tell you, as someone who's coached some youth sports teams, parents are just like that in general, man. Like it is the biggest, like, oh man, I've had so many parents yell at me for like, why is my kid playing more? Because they're terrible. And I and I want to win. Fuck your kids. Fuck your kids off the team. You know what? Fuck, I'll tell a story real quick. So I was coaching, how old these kids have been? They've been like 10. So I was coaching like a youth basketball team back in the day. So I think I would have been like 15, 16, right? And and so like one of my sisters, she's on the team. So she goes up for a shot, we're down a point. She gets fucking like walloped in the face, like straight up, like you could hear the smack. But the ref of the the ref was like a friend of the coach of the other team, so he's like, no foul, keep playing. So you lose by the point, right? And I go Black Bobby Knight, I kick a road shares over, and I'm like in the ref's face, like, this is bullshit. So I may or may not have gotten a call from the league, like, yeah, you can't do that, but also are bad for coaching having someone coach, reffing. That is.
Yeah, right.
So I did coach Afternoon Tune. All right, I was a damn good coach, by the way. But little Hunter story for you. But getting to our first review. Oh yeah, real quick on the soapbox thing. Last thing I'll say, Hollywood, can y'all start putting out these Oscar movies like before the end of the year? Like,
no.
That would be incredible, because there's shit that I just I'm gonna throw a bit of a curveball. I might end up doing my worst of like first week of January, and then do my best of last week of January, just because I think that'll give me ample time to check out, this
Everything.
Yeah, because there's still stuff like I just haven't gotten. So I just watched Nora yesterday, which, oh my god, I'm so excited for y'all to check that out. You in particular, wait, you haven't seen it yet, right? You have not?
Oh no, I went to the theaters, man. I
you did see it. Okay,
yeah.
So that's probably going to be, that might get there, because I love Hitman, but to be real, I kind of love where Nora ends, given what it's about. Like I don't know, man. So
such a good ending.
Yeah, but my number one for now at least feels pretty locked in as far as my best stuff. My worst stuff is like my top two are pretty much a lock. Like I don't see anything moving my top two on worst stuff, but I still need to see Reagan. I mean, I say need to see, but that's yeah. So I mean, I still need to see that. I still need to see The Crow. I still need to see Borderlands. Like I'm expansive with my list, people. I put my work in. So there's some other stuff I do want to see for both, but I think the worst stuff will be kind of wrapped up here in the next couple of weeks. Best stuff will take a little longer. So yeah, people keep an eye out for that. And then I do have oh my gosh, a review for Nosferatu and Baby Girl coming out on Christmas. I would highly recommend. Yeah, Afternoon Tune. Brandon's not in the graveyard, man. That's like Christmas. Yeah, it's like Christmas shit. Yeah,
come on, man. It's the ending shot of Gremlins. Get educated.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Bad me. I should have known that earlier.
Okay.
But man, I haven't watched Gremlins this year. I might need to.
I haven't either. I need to. I've only seen it once, I think.
And then this Friday actually, I have an interview with Romina DeUgo, who was just in this film. She was in 12 Monkeys, the HBO series. She was also was on So You Think You Can Dance, but she was just in this film I watched, I Like Movies, that I absolutely adored. So I'm going to be interviewing her about it. So that'll be live on Friday. And then I think I'm going to do a Christmas Eve review. I haven't decided what I'm going to do for Christmas Eve. That might be the Batman Returns review, but there will be something for y'all on Christmas Eve. And then you'll have the Baby Girl and those Nosferatu reviews on Christmas. So you're welcome in advance. So, all right. With that said, we're getting to our first review so we can go play Marvel Rivals and get out of here. X-Men, the animated series. We are probably going to have to wait another year, maybe even a year and a half, for X-Men 97 Season 2, which is rather tragic. Yeah, quite sad. But we do have 5 episodes of the original series as well as a season of 97 to go back to. But have yourself a Morlock Little Christmas. That was season 4, episode 9. I want to say that sounds right.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I watch this episode usually every year just because it's just a fun Christmas episode, and I really like it. Plus, it gives Wolverine even more of a reason to be just a total Grinch, and
he is.
Which, let's just start there. I love that Wolverine is such a dick at Christmas. Like he's just so like he's like, I don't fucking care. Even given the main plot of this, he's still like, I like he's the original Michael Jordan meme. He's like, fuck that kid. I don't get it. like which is kind of wild that he is this like, oh, your blood could save this kid's life. He's like, I don't care. Like it like
out of my hands.
But but the main plot is basically Jubilee has never had like a proper Christmas, growing up in which I'll be real, what does that say about the foster care system? That they're just like if you just take that half second to think about it, it's like, ooh, like that's I mean, fuck, Justice League is very like Justice League Unlimited is very clear on the fact that the Flash visits orphanages because he gets that shit. Like
that's a great Christmas episode too.
Yeah, that might be my favorite Christmas episode ever. Just seeing the kids, like, real quick, y'all. And actually, I will have you next time you're on, because you'll be on like before Christmas. But we are gonna have to talk about that Superman trailer, because that is coming out tomorrow. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see what we get. Me too. But Cyclops, it starts off with them singing. They're singing Deck the Halls, right? I think that. And Cyclops, God bless him, he's just, he's not in his wheelhouse. Yeah, it's not in his wheelhouse. All right,
he knows.
But I appreciate that. I appreciate that he understands that. All right, some people can shoot lasers out of their eyes. Some people can carry a tune. But one of the rivalries that we don't really see often, really in the show at all, is Jean and Gambit, and it's just great because I don't know about you, man. Like, are you a big cook? Do you like to cook? Or?
I definitely love to cook a lot more than I used to. Now I'm like, cooking is a special time for me.
So I will say myself, when I'm cooking, I kind of need everyone to just not be in the kitchen. It's like, because I have headphones on, I'm vibing. It's like, Same. Let me see you. God damn it! See, this is why we're keeping the review short this year. but it's like, I'm vibing. Just let me do my shit and just don't be in here. Like, if you need to get a drink or whatever, cool. But like, don't talk to me. And Jean's trying to do that. Now, I will say, to Gambit's point, it looks like Jean's not using any spices or any seasoning. And that is something I will admit, when I see people not using spices or seasoning, I'm like, that's weird. And why aren't you doing that? and she's like, fuck you, Gambit, don't you touch my shit. But I'll be real, I'd rather have Gambit's cooking than
Jean's come on, dude's from Louisiana, he knows how to cook.
Yeah, he's gonna hook that shit up. But I love that. I love their infighting to start off with, but that leads to Wolverine and Jubilee and Storm, right? Going to the store. On a Christmas Eve, by the way, which I would never fucking do. There is no. Now, I know we live in a prime world, so I mean, I'd just be like I'd be like, fuck that. But even when I still remember the last time I was in line specifically to get something early was probably when the Wii came out.
Wow. Yeah. Classic.
That was So, dude, I had a lady try to steal that out of my cart. And so I'm in Best Buy because I was getting it for one of my sisters, and so I have it in cart, and I'm like, all right, hell yeah, this is the thing I wanted to get her. And I catch this lady trying to reach in my cart and grab my shit. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, well, my grandson needed, and I was like, well, you should have gotten here earlier. I was like, fuck off. And so we end up getting into a fucking fight on the sales floor. Like,
insane.
Dude, I know, Black Friday, man. That's why I do all that shit now from home. I'm just like, I'm not dealing with people. But, I mean, credit to them for even fucking going, because there's no way I would have fucking gone. But end of the day, they end up having to go visit the Morlocks because, and I actually appreciate that they throw this back because it's season 2? Maybe
it's 3? A couple seasons before. Maybe it's a while before, but the other Morlock Storm episode.
Yeah, where Storm and her basically have fucking like combat and for leadership of the Morlocks, and Storm wins. She beats Callisto. And so Storm is the head of the Morlock. And I will say, even like going back and rewatching the series with Alea, because she hadn't seen it, I was sitting there going, I was like, oh yeah, Storm was the leader. And it felt like the creators were like, okay, we kind of need to tie this thread up. Like,
exactly.
How do we do that? And
we'll do it in the Christmas episode.
Yeah, so it's an actual like the storyline development in the main canon in a Christmas episode, which is pretty wild because you don't see that very often. You know,
usually Christmas episodes are low stakes. You know, not much really going on. Just a comfort, literally just a comfort episode.
Yeah, but they end up going ahead and going back to the sewer, and there is a great conversation about Storm's leadership, and Wolverine rarely, for once, actually has the moral high ground. And he because the one kid is the kid is sick, and Leech, that's the kid's name. He's sick, so he's playing the role of Tiny Tim. And I will say, Jubilee is acting her ass off in here. Like that voice actress, because she's like head at her knees, crying, like, oh my god, this kid can't cry, he can't die on Christmas. You know, it's a good thing he didn't get, you know, healthcare from that one CEO, or he or that What? Or is it too early to make jokes about?
No, it's never too early. I think it's too late even.
Well, for him, but it's a pretty grim like reality that the show's actually presenting you, and
because the Morlocks are like, even like we went to the hospital, and it's like a thing we even saw like in 97 where like the doctor refused to help them, and it's just good old fashioned racism.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's weird because Wolverine he's not being racist towards the Morlocks, but he's definitely got a thing against them. Like, like he's being grumpy during Christmas.
He definitely has like a hard on for them in the way where it is just like, dude, you fight so many people. Like, it's weird that this is kind of your axe to grind, you know?
Exactly.
Like you haven't even killed Sabretooth yet, but these Morlocks is just like, like, fuck this kid. Like, but I do appreciate how Storm and Jubilee are both like, dude, you need to like get over yourself, like
lighten up.
You know, it's funny how this is like the inverse of the Batman versus Superman speech, where Storm is like, if there's even like basically 1,000th of a chance that you could save this kid, and it comes off inspirational. Meanwhile, if Ben Affleck said that shit about Superman, you're like, whoa, what a prick. But I really like the way they set the setting for this too. Like, they have like the Charlie Brown-esque tree with like the one broken hanging, and this is actually, I wish this episode is maybe in like season 3, because I think this would have led to some more character development earlier for Jubilee. Because there is this like a point where they're kind of like, it's almost like they're punching the clock with her, but you know what I mean? Like X-Men 97 did a lot for her. Like,
that's why it's so satisfying, because like throughout the original show, she's still very much the audience surrogate. She's the little kid. She's not really, for lack of better words, effective as the other X-Men. But like, that's why like the 97 finale is like so satisfying. Like, she's with the team. She actually kills it. She has an amazing scene.
Yeah, but this is like a very nice precursor for that, because you do see her taking charge and giving her presence away. Which I'll be real, dude. Even as a kid, I was like, "Bitch, what are you doing?" Like every gift, let's calm down here.
Classic Christmas trope. You like, oh, I'll just give all the gifts I bought for someone else to these more needy people.
Yeah, but that is the thing though. Like, how do you know like they're gonna like the gift that you know what I mean? Like,
be grateful. It's Christmas.
Yeah, like Gambit
gets little sewer people.
Right, Gambit gets Rogue some lingerie, and like the
just like, oh, cool.
What is this? it's a hat, but
Yeah.
but I do like that Storm has to kind of have this come to Jesus moment and kind of realize like,
Mhm.
okay, like I fucked up. And that's something that I think the show does really well. Like, because man, that show beats Xavier's kind of his philosophy at multiple points. Like, dude, you need
Mhm.
to might need to listen to some outside sources here. And Storm, as good of a leader she is, and let me be clear, I think she throughout X-Men canon, I think she is the best leader. I know some people
Oh,
who
definitely, yeah.
like some people like go Cyclops, but when Storm is in charge, that team just runs like
Mhm.
that's like peak Captain America running the Avengers, and you're like, oh, this is why he's the leader, like because
Yeah.
and that would also apply to Sam Wilson, by the way, to those of you who've actually read Sam Wilson Captain America, you fucking morons who,
Yeah.
anyways, but I don't know, man, this episode just it's so well paced for
Mhm.
an X-Men episode number 1, but there is that actual doubt where Wolverine talks about how, you know, they've tried a blood infusion with him multiple
Mhm.
times and it's only worked like once or twice. And so you do
Yeah.
have that in the back of your mind of, oh shit, this may not fucking take. And so there is an
Mhm.
actual tension that I appreciate in this episode that that I was surprised by on rewatch. Yeah, kind of some additional thoughts from you, sir.
Oh yeah, no, I hadn't seen this episode in I don't know how long, but yeah, no, it's like I always enjoy seeing the Morlocks because I love the weirdo X-Men or the weirdo mutants. And like even so, like we said, like this is a Christmas episode, but it also like furthers like the plot with Storm and like Morlocks as well. But like even just shows the divide between them and the X-Men because like I thought they were just going to I thought they were going to invite them back to the mansion, but like no, they just stay in the sewer with
Same.
them.
Same. I thought
Um,
the same thing.
all that food Gambit made goes to waste. But
Oh,
yeah, no,
tragic.
like
Tragic. That might be the
it's so
saddest thing
weird.
about the episode is all that food.
Mhm.
It's all that
It's
food
going to
going.
waste. But yeah, no, like it's once again like Charles Xavier should be helping the Morlocks
Oh, 1000%.
in more than ways he can. But I mean,
We oh, what is happening?
hurry back.
Oh my gosh, people, tech difficulties. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, just Charles Xavier being Charles Xavier, helping. He should be helping more
Yeah, yeah,
than just his X-Men. But you know,
yeah. I mean, to be fair, I don't think sewers have like a handicap ramp, so maybe like you know, like maybe
yeah,
that's what.
true. He never goes down there.
Yeah, so maybe that's what it is. But
Mhm.
but at the end of the day, this is just a great Christmas episode.
Mhm.
I rewatched that Justice League episode. Why does it keep doing that? So weird. I do want to watch the Justice League episode just because I just love seeing Martian Manhunter enjoying his first
Yeah.
Christmas. That just made me so happy. I'm like, hell yeah, man, good for you.
Yeah, I was trying to think of other like superhero themed Christmas episodes, and like I
I know
thought of
there's
that
got
one,
to
of
be other ones.
course.
Yeah,
Spectacular Spider-Man had a couple that are really good.
I still need to watch that
Um,
show. Like I know people, like
dude,
I know people. Like it's not on Disney Plus anymore, which is again, people.
that's so lame.
Physical media is important. That's why
Yeah.
you buy shit. Yeah, because yeah, it was on there
Mm.
because I remember you recommending it. It's like, oh, I'll put it on the
Mm.
list, and now, yeah, now it's not on there.
Mm.
So thank you, you know, Disney fuckers. Um, but yeah, I mean, as far as a rating, I mean, this is an A. Like this is
Yeah,
yeah, this is a easy A.
easy A.
A pun not intended, actually, but yeah, I dig this episode a lot, and
Mhm.
it is very Christmassy. It's very
Yeah,
fun, despite its grim subject matter.
very much so.
All right, yeah. Also, that's our review for Have Yourself a Morlock Little Christmas. Before we get to Deck the Halls, real quick,
Mhm.
do y'all do Christmas dinner? Do you do
Not we do like we usually do breakfast. Like we do morning stuff, and then
Okay.
like the rest of the day is just chilling.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We so this year, just because we went ham uh for Thanksgiving in LA, is actually gonna be house sitting, so I'm gonna be all by myself. So for like a week, we're gonna do like a Christmas roast, and then we're gonna do like, homemade mashed potatoes, and then probably grab some Hawaiian rolls, and
Yeah.
maybe do some sort of dessert, maybe,
Mhm.
like I really love those cranberry bliss bars, but I just refuse to give Starbucks my money anymore because Starbucks
Fair.
are a bunch of assholes.
Mhm.
Or sorry, their CEOs an asshole. Pardon me, like
Yeah.
not the employees. I'm sure
Not
you're,
like the
but yeah,
employees, yeah.
yeah, no, just their CEO sucks. So I think so. I did find a recipe for some homemade ones, so I think I might just be like, hey, let's make these because I really want those cranberry blitz bars, but I do not want I do not
Yeah,
want to
pay
go there.
Starbucks.
Yeah, exactly. So that might be the business this year. But
Mhm.
yeah, I think I'm gonna end up I might do some cinnamon rolls, maybe.
Yeah, that's what we usually do, something like that. And then like the rest of the day is like movies, watching like movies we haven't seen, or like movies like from earlier this year, or just movies we love, just comfort stuff.
Yeah, so like we rewatched Violent Night on Monday,
Oh yeah.
which goddamn, I love that movie. I'm excited for that sequel. I'm so happy for David Harbour. Like, he's gonna be
Mhm.
so happy to never put on that fucking sheriff's badge ever again. Like, he's so over that
Oh
shit,
man.
man.
Yeah.
I think
Everybody in that cast.
I think him and Caleb McLaughlin probably are the two who are just like, we want to get the fuck out of hot.
Yeah.
Like I know Millie Bobby Brown is like, oh, I'm gonna be like so big. Like I'm gonna be real, y'all. I think Sadie Sink is gonna be,
She's the one, like out of the
yeah.
whole cast, like
I
yeah.
think it's her and Caleb. I think those are the
Mhm.
two that are going to be, that are going
Yeah.
to be okay. I know Hollywood is trying to make Millie Bobby Brown a thing.
Mhm.
I just don't think she's as good as she thinks she is. TBH, like, because dude, I just see like I think she's really good in like the Noah Holmes films, but like
Yeah.
I saw what was it, Danzel, the one with the dragon.
Mhm.
I think she's horrendous in those Godzilla films. I think she's goddamn awful in those.
She is, yeah. She's not the
Like
greatest.
so I don't know, man. She like again, I am totally fine with admitting I'm wrong. She might end up being awesome, and we're like, oh shit, never mind. She's had the wrong roles, but yeah, I see what Sadie Sink is doing. I see what Caleb's doing. I'm like, yeah, I think
Them,
they get
yeah.
it. I think they're the ones,
Mhm.
but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah,
Mhm.
David Harbour's making Marvel money now, so
He is
he's
more than fine, yeah.
oh yeah, he'll be fantastic. And now he's got a fucking Santa Claus franchise
Mhm.
because they're gonna do a trilogy of this. Like if they're doing a sequel, they'll get one more
Yeah.
out of it. So
Got to, at least one more.
yeah, so he's so they're doing right. Well, so good for
Mhm.
them. But yeah, so